Hey, thanks everybody for being here today. Really appreciate it. We're going to get started here in just a second or just a few seconds. I see a lot of people still logging on to this presentation. Really excited to show this to you. So just another couple seconds here. All right, awesome. So let's roll. So in the next 35 minutes, I'm going to show you my proprietary and proven blueprint system that will finally get you all the top quality clients that you need to grow and prosper in this new digital economy that we have going here without frustration or wasting all your money and time on marketing and advertising that will never work for you. So I'm giving away so much impossible to find strategies specifically for the salon and spa industry that I may end up making this a paid presentation. So watch this now while it's still online and I still have it for free. This is for small salon and spa owners who have a small staff or maybe they just work alone. It's also for those independent stylists and technicians who are on their own. You may rent a booth, rent a chair or a suite, or operate out of your home, or even have a mobile business. If you want to get new top quality clients quickly, or if you're just starting out or moved into another location and must have good new clients coming in now, if you've been in the business for a while and you realize it's a lot more difficult to get new clients than ever before, if you are attracting the wrong type of client, like those price shoppers and want high-paying clients, if your clients go south when it's cold or north when it's hot and it's hurting your income, if competition is moving in and taking your clients from you, if you feel that you're not able to charge more for those high quality services that you provide, if you want to get younger clients coming in, if you're located in a small town and can't seem to grow your business, if you're frustrated and maybe even embarrassed with the low amount of money you're personally making each month, if you've never tried to market and advertise to get new clients and therefore don't know what works, or you're confused or how to even go about it, if you've tried one or more of all of these methods to get new clients and nothing has worked for you, like TV, radio, direct mail, flyers, newspaper ads, Valpak, Google, Facebook, Yelp, Groupon, or having a website, if you want to finally eliminate all your stress, get your life back, and make the money you always dreamed about, and have the lifestyle to go along with it. If you feel deep down you deserve much better. In this presentation, you're going to discover the 7 paradigm shifts in our new digital economy that will continue to stifle your ability to get new clients, and why it's only going to get worse unless you are prepared. And you're also going to discover the 9 advertising false beliefs that salon and spa professionals believe, which is stopping them from growing and prospering. Why for 22 years I could never get new clients. I got into debt over 80 grand and almost went bankrupt, and what I did to turn it all around in 4 short months so you can avoid the mistakes that I made. Why everything you have tried to do to get new clients has failed, and why it's probably not your fault. So I'm Mike Colosi. I'm the president of Salon and Spa Marketing Toolkit. I started working in my father's salon and then purchased it when I was at the ripe young age of 24. I had no business or marketing experience, and for the next 22 years I struggled and I suffered, mainly because I failed miserably at getting new clients cost effectively. And as a result, I buried myself in debt and I almost went bankrupt. Then I turned it all around in 4 short months and became the fastest growing salon in my area. I eliminated all my debt and I became hugely profitable. I live outside Rochester, New York with my wife and my 5 kids. My promise to you is I will be the salon professional who finally cuts through the confusion and tells you the honest to goodness truth on how to get and keep new high quality clients once and for all. All right, before we dive in, I'm going to share with you something from my personal life that is pretty embarrassing. And to be honest, my wife, when I was showing her this presentation, she really begged me to leave it out. You'll see why I was reluctant to even include this story in about a minute. I remember this day as if it were yesterday. It was late on a Monday afternoon. It was February 7th, 2007. It was really cold outside. I was wearing a black corduroy pants, a heavy sweater, and a long wool overcoat. I was all alone. Here I was coming from a meeting with my accountant, and I drove into my salon's parking lot. It was a Monday, so we were closed. At this point in my life, I thought things couldn't get much worse, although they were about to, and I'll share that with you in a minute. And perhaps you can relate to this feeling and you know what you need to change too. I knew I was in a position where I needed to change, but one more thing had to happen before I really got it. I got out of my car and I walked to my front door. I unlocked it and I walked into my salon. And then my worst nightmare happened. It got really bad. I found a little note on my reception desk that read, "Dear Mike, Marianne, Candace, and I decided to go work for another salon. Sorry to let you know this way and for the short notice. Becky." I was standing there shaking in utter disbelief and I didn't know what to do. So I ran out of my salon and in a panic. I jumped in my car and I started heading for home. I turned right onto this street that I've driven a million times called Calkins Road, and I drove past this town park called Henrietta Town Park, which I've been to a million times. At that moment, something took control over me in a split second. I just made a U-turn and I drove back into that park. Now, like I said, I've been to this park a zillion times before. This park is where I coached and watched my kids play baseball and football for years. Yet this was very different on this day. It was in the dead middle of winter. I parked right there in front of the familiar baseball field that I coached and watched my kids play on for years. There was not a single person around, and it was bitterly cold and the sun was just starting to go down. I turned my lights off and I just kept my car running, and I sat there trying to come to grips with what just happened to me at my salon. The fact that 3 of my technicians walked out on me all at once without any advance notice. I had even bigger problems that my accountant had just laid on me. He told me that my salon, which I bought from my father 19 years ago, was failing miserably. Over the years, I had run up exactly $83,457 of business loan debt, primarily from money I spent for advertising that never worked at getting me any new clients consistently, and another $19,758 in credit card debt to cover my bills during those slow months. On top of all this, my salon was losing around $700 per month. Some months it was a little worse, some months it was not quite that much, but it was bad. This happened mainly because I was scared that my good technicians would leave me, so I kept paying them more to keep them happy. And I was terrified to raise my prices, and I thought my clients would leave me for the competition. Now, in addition to all this, my kids, 5 of them, were getting older, and it was costing me a lot more money to keep them clothed, fed, and schooled, and all that extra activity stuff. So now I'm saying out loud to myself, holy crap, I'm flat, dead, broke. I let myself down, I let my family down, I let my father down, and my wife, she didn't even know how bad it really was. In total shame and with a feeling of absolute desperation, I just started crying uncontrollably, and I just couldn't stop. It was a low, low point. It seemed like it was going on for an hour. So I guarantee you when I hit rock bottom, that my rock bottom was really, really low. And then a really strange feeling just kind of consumed me. It was as if my entire life flashed before me, and all those times I coached and encouraged my kids on that same baseball field that I was parked in front of. And me remember telling my kids and my team over and over, I don't care how bad this is, guys and girls, we will never, ever quit. And never give up. No matter how bad things seemed. Just keep going. And at that very instant, I just drew a line in the sand, and I decided to change my life forever. And I vowed to get all the training I could and search under every rock if necessary to learn how to market my salon so I could get a boatload of new clients coming in. Or die trying. And then the very next morning, something unexpected happened to me that still sends shivers down my spine when I think about it. Okay, so here's what happened. I went to see my older brother, Mark. Now, Mark and I, we slept in the same bedroom when we were kids. He was on the bottom bunk. I was on the top. Our bedroom was a disaster. My mother used to clean it with a hand grenade, we used to joke. We got into a lot of mischief together growing up. He left home and went away to college for 4 years, really got his act together. We both grew up, and our lives just kind of took separate paths. I never really knew what Mark did for a living. All I knew was it involved sales and marketing of some kind. I do remember he was always listening to audio tapes in his car, reading business books, and traveling to conferences, but I never really thought much about it because I had my own thing going on. Now, Mark is really a reserved, quiet kind of a guy. He never talked much about what he did for a living, and it used to cross my mind that he must be doing something strange, like working for the CIA or some other government service agency, because he was tight-lipped. Now, I say this because he seemed to travel a lot. He had a huge house, nice cars and trucks. He didn't seem to work that many hours, and he always had plenty of money. Well, I found out that Tuesday morning that over the years, Mark had evolved into a marketing and advertising expert, and he owned a few companies and had become a self-made millionaire in the process. For years, the answers that I've been searching and searching for were so darn close to me, yet I didn't see them. For heaven's sakes, he's my brother, and we're only 2 years apart. And Mark told me that that he thought that I was just doing fine all those years, so he didn't bother asking if I needed any help. So a business connection was never made with Mark until this Tuesday morning. Have you ever heard this phrase before? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's what I believe happened to me on that day, and that may be happening to you today because you're on this webinar with me right now. So for the next 4 months, Mark taught me things about marketing my salon business that I never thought were even possible. He also put me in touch with his circle of marketing genius friends that he relied on in his own business. I learned what really makes people respond to pick up the phone and call for appointments. I learned how to position my salon in my local marketplace and how to charge premium prices that clients would happily pay. I learned how to gain back the control of all my stylists. He created marketing systems and strategies for me to test and to refine. Things were really starting to look up. I never worked so hard on my business, not in it. And in those 4 months, it really paid off for me. I was consistently getting more and more clients every month. I started charging premium prices. I became the fastest growing salon in my area. I had 7 top-notch stylists, and other stylists from other salons saw my parking lot was always full, and they wanted to come and work for me. I was knocking my debt down at a crazy rate. I was starting to feel like I was in total control of my future. My salon was running like a well-oiled machine now. I figured out that the less I worked behind my chair and the more I worked on marketing, the more money I would make. To me, the next logical step was to open up another salon and double my profits. So I went to talk to Mark about this idea. So I told Mark about the idea of opening up another salon, and he thought about it, and he said to me, "You know, Mike, I've got a better idea for you. If you faced all these challenges with getting more clients and marketing and advertising your salon, I bet there are thousands of salon owners who have the same challenges that you had. So why don't you help them with what you've learned and implemented in the past 4 months? And I think it will help a lot of salon owners to be a big success." So that's what I did. And that's why I'm here right now talking with you. Actually, with Mark's help, I ended up formulating a step-by-step blueprint system that thousands of salon and spa owners and industry people just like yourself have been following now for the past 10 years. And it's ideally positioned to empower you to make a boatload of cash and finally get this thing going for yourself and do it faster than ever before. And only in this presentation today, you'll discover it for yourself. I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. Every year going forward will be more difficult to get new clients than the year before. For these paradigm shifts in our new digital economy. A paradigm shift is when there's a new model for doing something like Uber, which has decimated the taxi industry, or Amazon, which is really hurting the retail stores, or Netflix. You don't see those blockbusters around anymore. That's because of Netflix. Or the cell phone eliminated the landlines or the pay phones that you used to see, you know, the little pay booths. So those are paradigm shifts. So you've had the feeling that it's harder to get new clients than ever before. You just probably have not been able to figure out why. Well, it's all of these things happening to you which are totally out of your control for the most part. First, some of your clients are going to leave you for reasons that are totally out of your control. They're going to move. Some may sadly pass away. Others are going to try a relative who just got into the business, or for some other reasons that you have no control over. This is called attrition, and it's common in our business. The salon industry says our annual attrition rate is 16%. So 16 out of every 100 clients are leaving you for reasons that are completely out of your control. So if you do nothing to add more clients, your business is declining every year. So there's also a high possibility that a competitor or two or three opens up close to you and gets some of your clients to switch to them. This happens all the time. Every year, I've had another competitor set up a shop close to me. And more people are getting into the business as booth and chair renters and mobile and home operated business. So they're getting those clients that you should be getting. So it's time to change that. Recessions are also cyclical, and we get one every 10 to 15 years. If you're struggling in this good economy, it's going to be worse for you in a bad economy. You're going to get less referrals because people are relying more on online reviews. I bet if you keep your records of it that you'll figure out that you got less referrals this year than you did last year. Less people will be coming in for hair color services because of these online companies like Madison Reed, who is growing by leaps and bounds. They sell good quality hair color, and they have videos on how to apply it properly. And this is only the beginning. More and more companies are starting up just like this one. And tens of thousands of people are choosing this option to save time and to save money. So you got to stay ahead of it. And you're probably seeing that the largest segment of our population The baby boomers are getting older now and they won't need our services any longer. This is a real threat. So back to my bold prediction. Every year going forward will be more difficult to get new clients than the year before. All these forces that you have no control over are working against you, and you end up not getting, you end up not growing because you don't have enough new clients consistently coming in. Then you have the declining business with lower profits, which means you personally make less money. This is an awful way to live. Trust me on this, and you might be experiencing this now, so you understand it. The only solution to combat all this all this that is happening to you is to make sure that you have systems in place that bring you a constant flow of new clients week in and week out. Let your competitors suffer those paradigm shifts. You don't want to. You want to stay ahead of it. So there is no other solution than that. You can fight it and maybe go broke, or you can take the positive steps necessary to make certain you grow and that you prosper. All right, so we've established that you must have systems in place to bring you a constant flow of new clients if you want to grow and prosper. You agree with this, I'm sure. All right then, what are these systems that will work for you? Before I answer this, I must go over with you 9 salon and spa industry false beliefs that you may believe right now, like I used to believe. Then these beliefs could be holding you back because they're totally false. All right, so those 9 salon and spa industry advertising false beliefs are, if you continue to believe, you will be doomed from ever succeeding to get new clients. So here they are. Okay, false belief number 1 is salon and spa professionals think that if they have a good location, provide quality services, be a nice and ethical person, and clients will beat your door down. We all know this is no longer true. If it was, you'd be totally booked and wouldn't even be watching this presentation. False belief number two is some of us believe that referrals and walk-ins will be all you need to prosper and grow. This is a very dangerous way to think because you cannot control these things. You end up relying on them when you can't. And this is no way to run your business that you're counting on for you and your family's financial well-being. Okay, false belief number 3 is build up your image and brand and clients will seek you out. You're told this by the salon industry and advertising agencies, and here is the big problem with this. You're not a big corporation with a national or international presence. You don't have pockets deep enough like they do and the time it takes to build up your image. You need new clients now, and you are on a tight budget, and you must only target all your marketing and advertising to your ideal client. Your ideal client is, as an example, are women ages 30 to 60 who are professionals who make a good income and live within 10 miles of your location. These are the only people that you want seeing your marketing and advertising. Any money spent to others who are not your ideal clients is a complete waste of money. So image and brand advertising is way too expensive, takes too much time to work, it's not trackable, and therefore does not work in our industry. Period. Okay, false belief number 4 is it's too expensive to advertise and market to get new clients. I know how salon and spa professionals feel. I used to feel like this too. After I bought my father's salon, I tried everything to get new clients and nothing worked. So I always lost money and it was expensive. Advertising, when done properly, is supposed to do just the opposite. It's supposed to make you money. So here's what I mean by that. Let's use my salon as an example. So I advertise on Facebook. I get a new clients for around 10 bucks. The first time they come in, they spend on average $77. So I net $67 out. 67 bucks. So that's the 77 they spent minus the $10 for the advertising. And then the next time they come in, it doesn't cost me anything. So I know on average they'll end up giving me $6,930 over their entire relationship with me. Now this is the lifetime value of a client. This is how much money they're going to spend with me over our entire relationship for the years that I service them. So I paid $10 to bring in $6,930. I would pay more like 50 bucks. Absolutely, even more than that, because I know that I would still make a lot of money off of that initial small investment. And this does not include the referrals that you will get from these people. So it's like a snowball. So okay then, so advertising is not expensive when done properly. It makes you money. It doesn't cost you money. So I hope that you're with me here and you understand that. Okay, the fifth false belief is us salon and spa industry people believe is we need to become marketing and advertising experts to be successful. This just isn't true at all. I wasn't an expert at all when my brother showed me the proper systems to use, just the opposite. So if you have a very basic understanding, which you'll have after this presentation, and use the proper systems, you can be hugely successful. Here's an analogy for you. If you had the most highly skilled jockey in the Kentucky Derby, but his horse was untrained, it was slow, it had a bad leg, do you think he will win the race? Not a chance. On the other hand, if you had a subpar jockey, but he was riding on the fastest, most well-trained, best conditioned horse, and had the track record, had a high track record of winning, do you think he has a good chance of winning? Absolutely. So the marketing and advertising systems, they are the well-trained, most conditioned, fastest horse in the race. So forget the notion that you have to become an expert, because you don't. I'm living proof of that. All right, here's another one. You don't have time to implement advertising and marketing. I get it. You're busy. You have a lot of things going on in your business and personal life. If you don't have systems in place or the proper systems, you can waste a tremendous amount of time spinning your wheels trying to find something that works. So if you have the right system in place, it takes very little of your time to get new clients coming in. And here's the seventh false belief. It's too technical and complicated. Well, it can be if you get yourself bogged down with all the technical and complicated stuff, but you don't have to. A TV is a technical and complicated piece of equipment, but you have no problem using it because it is a well-tuned system of electronics, and so is your stove and other appliances in your home. You don't understand them, but you have no problem using them, getting the results that you want. Correct? Absolutely. The marketing advertising systems is no different than that TV or those appliances. You just need to know how to implement and use it properly to get the results that you want, which is new high quality clients. So advertising is not complicated at the level that you're going to use it. Here's the eighth false belief. I see other salons advertising. It must be working for them or they wouldn't be doing it. Well, let me explain. The big misconception with all the salon advertising you and I see all the time, it was copied from someone else who copied it from someone else, and so on like this for years. It's called industry incest. Everyone is copying each other because they assume it is working, but the reality is it's not working. This goes for print advertising, online advertising, and everything in between those. Years ago, I'd see an ad in the newspaper and I assumed it worked, so I would cut it out and have one done just like it, and it never worked for me. It's because it never worked for them either. So don't fall for this line of crap. And here's the last false belief. If I have one way to get new clients, that will be enough. Let me ask you, what is the scariest number in business? It's 1. Why? Because if you only have one way to get clients and it stops working because of something out of your control, your new client flow stops dead in its tracks. On the other hand, if you have, say, like 3 or 4 ways to get new clients and one stops, you'll be fine. Please get this and don't put yourself in an unnecessary risk position. This is not, there's not a day that goes by where a salon or spa owner tells me about a way they used to get clients and then it stopped working and it was the only thing that they relied on to get new clients. This is a death sentence. Don't let this happen to you. It really is financial suicide. All right, hopefully I've succeeded in convincing you not to believe those 9 false beliefs anymore. Now we come to the question of the client generating methods that I have developed, tested, and proven to work over the past 10 years. Which one will work well specifically for you? Okay, I have 12 methods that are going to be used by that are being used by hundreds of my members. And some will work very well for your exact situation and locations. Others will work okay, and a few may not work at all. Some involve using a computer. There are online methods and other offline methods which don't involve using a computer or technology. I don't know which ones will work best for you until I know details about your specific situation and your location. And then I can tell you. It's critical for you to know that in order for someone to pick up the phone and call you for an appointment, stop in, or book online, if you offer online booking, is that you must have the right message going to the right person, this is your ideal client, at the right time. If these do not line up, you'll not get any calls for appointments, and this is why Groupon will never work for you, because they attract only the price shopper. So what ends up happening is Groupon makes money on the first visit and they never come back because they find a cheaper deal. And the same thing happens with Valpak or Welcome Wagon. These are price shoppers. Stay away from them. So what is the right message? This is a compelling copy or words. They have all the emotional and psychological triggers that would make that potential client respond. And unless you are a seasoned copywriter, there's no way that you can do this. You'll end up writing something that just will not work. This is why flyers and newspaper advertising has never worked for you in the past, and it never will. So who is the right person? This is your ideal client. As an example, my ideal client is a woman from age 30 to 65 who are professional, they make a good income, and they live close to my salon, within 10 miles. Any money spent going to the wrong person is just a complete waste of money. All right, so what does the right time mean? Well, potential clients will only call you for an appointment if it is the right time for them. If they are totally happy with the services they're currently getting, it will be hard to lure them away. On the other hand, if they are unhappy and they are looking for another salon or stylist, and they've just moved into your area, then you can get them as a new client. So does this make sense to you? I sure hope it does. So you can have the right message going to the wrong person. You can have a poor message going to the right person. You can have the perfect message going to the right person, but the timing is not right. They are happy where they are. So you can have the ideal situation, the right message going to the right person at the right time. This is what you want to have happen. This is good marketing that works for our industry. All my 12 methods deliver the right message because my brother Mark is a professional copywriter. We only target the right person, which is your ideal client. And we use the proper delivery systems which make your offer to your ideal client at the right time for them. And I can tell you which methods will work for you after I get some information from you. And remember, we've been testing and refining my methods for 10 years now, and what we have is proven to work for our new digital economy in the year 2018 and beyond. My membership base of salon and spa professionals just like you are using my methods every single day to drive in tons of new clients. All right, I like to give you the opportunity to leverage what I've learned in the past 10 years on determining which 3 to 4 methods will work best for you, specifically what would work best for you. As I mentioned before, I have 12 methods, and depending upon your situation and location, some will work better than others, and a few may not work at all. I would like to offer you my 8-week strategic training coaching program where I come alongside you because I've been where you are and I know firsthand what it feels like and what your future will be if you don't turn this around quickly and get new clients coming in. Here's how this works. You get strategic training given to you over an 8-week period. I work with you via email and we do coaching calls for you to jump on to get support. In the first week of our training, I will determine which 3 to 4 methods will work for you and put together a complete marketing plan and blueprint so you can start attracting the type of clients you want quickly. Then you will be assigned one of my account managers who will implement and manage these 3 to 4 methods. You cannot rely on one method to get you all the clients you need. That's why we will use 3 to 4 of these methods to get you at least one new client a day that you are open. So this is 23 new clients each month. If you want more, we can do that as well. This is so we can fix your situation as quickly as possible. I don't want you to go it alone. It's not the way to fix this. It'll cost you tons of money and time, and quite frankly, you'll just be spinning your wheels. And if you do that, you'll be in worse shape as time goes on because things won't get better, only worse for you because of all the paradigm shifts that I covered earlier. And once you start the 8-week training, you'll have the support, the knowledge, the skill set, the tools, and the proven strategies to take your business to any level that you want. Imagine no more worries and having fun. It will be very exciting and best of all, highly profitable for you. Here's Sherry. Sherry relied on a few referrals and a few walk-ins and business was not growing. Her expenses were increasing and she was making less and less each year. Her results now are 4 predictable ways to get new clients and her business is growing every month. Bree and Amber were spending thousands of dollars each month trying to get new clients and their salon was pretty much stopped growing. Last year they got over 350 new clients and opened a second location and they are using the same marketing and advertising systems to grow that location. Yvette lives in a small town and started her career as a suite renter and now she gets an average of 23 new clients a month. And Debbie gave up trying to get new clients by marketing and advertising because she could never get it to work and now has gotten 161 new clients in the last 6 months. Here is a partial list of the things you will learn in my training. The 3 to 4 best proven marketing and advertising methods to use for your specific situation and location. This is so you can get new clients coming in quickly and you don't waste time and money on things that'll never work for you. The goal is to get you at least one new client a day that you are open. So this is 23 new clients each month. If you want more, we can do that. The proper way to post on your business Facebook page. If you're doing this now, I can guarantee you that you may be hurting your efforts rather than helping them. And if you don't have a Facebook page yet, we'll help you get one set up. How to get new people in your area to call you for appointments. I can promise you that you've never seen anything like this before. How to use automatic marketing systems to get your clients to refer you like crazy. How to use a client newsletter and email promotion and where to get them to ensure your clients never leave you for your competitors. How to beat the slow season to make sure you're busy all year long. How to get past clients to come back to you by sending them my proven client reactivation letter. The proper way to respond to complaints immediately so you don't get the bad reviews on the internet. How to easily get testimonials from your clients. How to properly raise your prices so that you don't get pushback from your client. This alone will increase your monthly income by 10%. how to easily increase the number of times a client comes in each year. This is how you make more money from each client that you currently have. This one method can increase your business by 12% alone, and much, much more. Basically, you have three choices on where to go from this point forward. Choice number one, you can do absolutely nothing. That's right, you don't have to do a darn thing. You can pretend that you're okay and hope things will get better for you. For all the things working against you that you have no control over, which I covered earlier, I can guarantee you that things will not get better for you. They're only going to get worse if you do nothing. This may sound harsh, and others will tell you this, and others won't tell you what I'm going to tell you. But let me ask you this. Would you want someone to yell as loud as they can to get you off the tracks if they saw a train coming that was going to run you over? Well, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm yelling as loud as I can that if you don't do something, you are going to get hit by that train. Now, that's a metaphor, of course, but you got to do something. Choice number two that you have is to try to go it alone. It's really not your fault that you can't get new clients. They don't teach you this, how to do it in the industry functions. All they do is just tell you to buy their product and learn a new technique or what have you. Well, it doesn't work that way. So let's face it. If you knew exactly what to do to get a constant flow of new clients coming in, you'd already be doing it now. And you wouldn't even be watching this presentation. Even if you have some knowledge of what to do, you don't have the time and the money to experiment. You need new clients now to bring you more money now. You can't wait 6 to 12 months to see if something works in your area for your specific situation. Can you? Absolutely not. Choice number three is let me and my skilled team do the work for you and become your marketing department. It's the smarter choice. The one salon and spa professionals just like you take up to speed up their progress toward getting new clients and boosting their profits. So are you ready to abandon the old ways to get new clients which no longer work and ready for us to show you those 3 to 4 new ways that we've proven to work in your area for your situation? I feel you deserve to know why I'm about to give you a 93% massive discount on my training and support and why you will not risk anything. I stopped bringing on new members like you about 14 months ago because I didn't want to get bigger. I didn't want to lease more office space and I didn't want to hire any more people. I like the size that we are now. We are a family-sized business. And I wanted to continue to provide high-level training. The service and the support that my membership base gets is incredible, and this is something that we've become accustomed to, and our members have become accustomed to because they deserve it. However, now a lot of my members don't need the level of help from me and my team that they originally needed because they are doing tremendously well on their own. We still provide all the services and support they need, but their marketing and advertising is pretty much on autopilot. You see, when they first joined me, many of them needed lots of new high-quality clients quickly, just like you probably do right now. So I got them their new clients quickly, which brought in a lot of new money for them and turned around the mess that they were in. So because of the urgency they were in, I gave them the fish. Okay, what do I mean by that? Have you ever heard this? You give a person a fish and you feed them for a day. Teach a person to fish and you feed them for a lifetime. But now, after my training and support, they have learned to get as many new clients as they want on their own. I taught them how to fish. They have learned how to fish for themselves. So now my account managers have a lot of time on their hands, and they tell me that they can each handle 20 more new members immediately. So we have collectively decided as a team to open up and accept more members again until we reach 180 new members. Plus, everyone here is making good incomes now, so we don't have to charge what our training and support is really worth and what others have paid. That means a much lower price for you today because, frankly, I want you to join in today, and I refuse to let finances stop you. That means you will not be paying the retail value of $3,000 for my 8-week training and support. Nowhere close to that. Not even going to be half that price. It's not even going to be 500 bucks. Your total investment today, including the 8-week Salon and Spa Marketing New High Quality Client Attraction and Retention Strategic Coaching Program, plus everything you see on this screen, is now only one payment of $197. Or if you prefer, only two payments of $107. Look to the right of this presentation right now. Then to lock in your super discounted price, which is extremely limited, click on the yellow button that says Add to Cart. Or if you're on a mobile device and you don't see the yellow Add to Cart button, simply go to www.saloncoachingprogram.com. That domain is also right on your screen there. Listen, you don't have to decide right now. Take advantage of my unconditional triple guarantee. Just try the Salon and Spa Marketing Strategic Coaching Program for yourself for a full 30 days. If you don't see all the new clients coming into your business, or if you don't see the results that you expect in those 30 short days, or if you don't like the way that my program is designed, my hairstyle, whatever, the way I talk, you name it, I'll gladly refund every penny to you. There's no questions, no hassles. Just look at how Mindy Hunzinger is doing after she went through our training, averaging 27 new clients a month. And then there's Lisa. Just look at her amazing results, 450 new clients in 1 year. And then there's Sharon. Just look at her outstanding results, averages 31 new clients a month. Plus, if you act now, I'm going to include with you our enrollment with your enrollment today 2 super bonuses worth over $1,000. You get 2 tickets to our exclusive and comprehensive Salon and Spa Marketing Toolkit Closed Door Live Bootcamp. The value of this is $994, and I'm going to include 2 tickets with your order today for free. We hold a few of these each year in various locations. You can bring a spouse or a business associate and meet and strategize with other like-minded members. At these fast-paced, high-energy boot camps, we reveal several new but proven marketing strategies and management tools to bring you even more clients and more profits. Plus, you'll get my newly released pricing strategy guide. This will show you how much you should raise your prices by, and when to do it to avoid any pushback from your clients. And that brings your total value to over $4,000. Yet, just by taking action today, the entire Salon and Spa 8-week coaching program with all the support and the 2 super bonuses is yours for only one payment of $197 or 2 payments of $107. Here's what will happen the moment you click on the yellow Add to Cart button to the right, or go to www.saloncoachingprogram.com. You'll be taken to our 100% secure checkout page. Then simply fill in your information and click the Enroll button at the bottom of the page. Right after you enroll, you'll get an email from me with your personal login and password to access our training website portal. You get immediate access to my 8-week training website portal, all my video training, all my marketing templates, all my methods to attract high-quality clients, all my client retention methods, my revenue forecaster, my time management for salon professionals video. Plus, you'll get 2 one-of-a-kind super bonuses for free. 2 tickets to our live boot camp, and you'll get our pricing strategy guide. Remember, I assign you an account manager, and he or she will call you within 24 hours to get you started. And he or she will implement and manage 3 to 4 of my proven client generating methods for you. You simply approve things, and your account manager does all the work for you. The goal is to get you at least 1 new client a day for each day that you are open. So this is 23 new clients each month. If you want more, we can certainly help you do that. It's that simple. Click on the yellow button that says add to cart and lock in your discount today. Or if you're on a device that doesn't show that, simply go to www.saloncoachingprogram.com. That domain is right on your screen there as well. If you still have not enrolled yet, I want to have a very frank talk with you right now from one salon professional to another. The fact that you have not been able to get a constant flow of new clients coming in is not your fault. However, it is your responsibility. Nobody else's but your responsibility. The so-called social media experts, website developer, manufacturing reps, local advertising people, your friends, if you have staff, your family, they don't have a clue how to help you get new clients and get you out of this mess that you may find yourself in right now. In fact, in many cases, they are the reason that you are in this mess. And if you continue to listen to them and take their advice, you'll be much worse off than you are right now. I can guarantee that. And guess what? You are the only one that's affected by their bad advice. It's not them, but you and only you. So as a result, fixing this is on you and only you. I know that you can do this with my help. And I know from doing this over 10 years now that my team and I are the only ones who can get you a constant flow of new clients. I would hate to see your direct competitors enroll and get the clients that you should be getting in your area. My membership is limited, and I don't know when I'll be opening up enrollment again, if ever. So the only smart thing you can do is enroll now. You'll be very glad you did. You risk nothing and have everything to gain. This means you can enroll, personally see how great my training really is, see everything you get, see how easy we are to work with, and if you feel it's not what you expected and more, then we can take you out of the training and give you your money back. No questions, no hassles. That's more than fair, isn't it? Of course it is. Click in the yellow button that says add to cart and lock in your discounted price today, or go to www.saloncoachingprogram.com. If you're still watching this, I bet you still have some questions. Okay, so question number one. What happens if I miss a week or two of the training because I got sick or I went on vacation? Here's the answer. No problem. My training is designed so that you can do it at your own pace. If it takes you more than 8 weeks to go through the training, that's perfectly fine. Question, what does my account manager do for me? Answer, your account manager works with you closely and implements and manages 3 to 4 methods we're going to use to get you new top quality clients, and we essentially become your marketing department. What are the methods you're going to use to get me new clients? My methods are highly proprietary, very unique, and are exclusively only for my members. Depending upon your location and your situation, we will determine which 3 to 4 methods will work best for you. What support will I get? Your account manager is available anytime during normal business hours. You can call, text, or email them at any time. My brother and myself and your account manager will also have a scheduled call each week for you to make sure to keep you on track. You just jump on the call for support. And we will send you a recording of the call so you can reference back to it. Will it work in my part of the country? Will it work for my salon situation? My system works anywhere in the USA or Canada. It works in a small town or big city. It does not matter where you are located. We will get 3 to 4 of those systems working for you. How long does it take to see results? Some of the methods will begin to generate new clients in a few days. Others will take a little longer. Within 1 month, you'll see tangible results. Within 2 months, the full effects will be kicking in. After that, you will not remember what it was like to feel frustrated without getting new clients and being tight on cash. How many new clients should I get? We're going to get 3 to 4 methods working for you, and you can expect to get at least 1 new client per day. So that's 23 new clients a month. If you want less or more, we can simply do more or less. That's up to you. So what makes your marketing strategy so special? These are not the same old things that everyone else is doing. Here are the big differences. My strategies get people to call you and want you to take care of their needs. Your prospects will be convinced that you are the best in town. They won't go price shopping with the competition. My strategies eliminate price shopping and objections. My strategies lock your client into coming back again and again. My strategies guide you to the highest profit services, add-on services and products. There are only so many hours in the day. You choose how much those hours are worth to you. Can't I just learn this stuff on my own? Why should I pay you? I'm sure you could learn all this on your own. After all, it took my brother 26 years of trial and error in his business for him to discover, fine-tune, and perfect the methods, strategies, and techniques. It took me 10 years of fine-tuning these for my salon business and my members, but I also made a lot of mistakes too that cost me years of time and literally thousands of dollars. Experience is not the best teacher because the tuition is too high. Learn from other people's experience. That's from Cavett Robert. He's the founder of the National Speakers Association. Incredible, incredible quote. Let me say it again. Experience is not the best teacher because the tuition is too high. Learn from other people's experience. After you get 180 new members, when will you add more? Because you're watching this and we still have some openings, that's after we get 180 new members. Okay, when will you add more? Well, because you're watching this, we still have openings available. We will stop accepting new members as soon as we fill up, which will be soon. We're sure of it because it's rapidly filling up. And I cannot tell you when or if we'll ever open up enrollment again. The last time that we did this was over 14 months ago. So enroll now while you still can. You do not want to be left out. There's just no better time than to do it now. Click on the click on the yellow button that says Add to Cart to lock in your discounted price today, or go to www.saloncoachingprogram.com. That domain is also on the bottom of your screen there. I just want to thank you for watching. Look forward to working with all of you. So make it a great day. Change your life. Get enrolled.